Hey YouTube, it's echobear, and today I want to review an app for you guys that's called Pokemon Shuffle. Today I want to review an app for you guys that's called Pokemon Shuffle Mobile. Now, before I get into anything about this, I'm gonna say, Nintendo, it's a review. Not trying to make money, so don't nail me with copyright, please. It's just a review. Anyway, now let's get to serious stuff. So Pokemon Shuffle is originally a game for the DS, but they released it on mobile, and so it's made by the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Shuffle Mobile is a puzzle game where you line up 3 or more Pokemon vertically or horizontally to battle against wild Pokemon. You can play it casually, but battling, collecting, and leveling up Pokemon can also provide hours of fun. Lots of stages and lots of Pokemon. On top of the Pokemon available at the initial release of Pokemon Shuffle Mobile, additional stages and Pokemon are planned, but this game already has a lot to offer. Both puzzle beginners and experts will have fun with Pokemon Shuffle Mobile's various levels of challenges. Intuitive and easy gameplay. All you have to do in Pokemon Shuffle Mobile is select a Pokemon and its destination in the puzzle area to cause combos automatically. Anyone can play it. Its simple gameplay blends with challenging strategic aspects to appeal to a full spectrum of players, from beginners to experts. Basically, it's a puzzle game. You slide the little character heads of the Pokemon around on the board to create combos, which is really easy, but the difficulty comes in when you have limited amounts of moves or time. So yeah, I'm going to talk about gameplay first. So you move things around, you get different power-ups, break Pokemon, get the other Pokemon's HP to 0, then you get an attempt to catch it. Now, depending on how many moves you have left over, that will add up percentages of how easy it'll be to catch said Pokemon. This game is complicated. But after you do that, you can catch the Pokemon and it'll do the traditional like Pokemon ball shaky a few times, and once it gets to the third one, either catch it or lose it, just like a regular Pokemon game. Except, you only get one chance to use a Pokeball, and then you gotta pay, I think it's like 4,000 coins to try to use a Great Ball on it. Then after that you can use as many coins as you want to use Great Balls, but that only adds another certain percentage up, so it's not 100% guarantee that you'll even get it. But overall, this is a really fun, fresh take on Pokemon games, so I think it's really fun. And so far there's 3 different types of stages. There's the main stage, which I think is like the story stage, where you start with one Pokemon. The very first one you fight is Esper. You then move up through the world and start collecting more Pokemon as you go. To get to different stages you have to have a certain amount of Pokemon catch, so it kind of balances itself out with keeping you leveling up your Pokemon and catching new ones with the difficulty of what you're running into, so you don't really get hung up on not being able to move forward that much. The other version of stages are the expert stages. These give you more rare types of Pokemon and the final evolutions of the original 3 starters. That's all I've really unlocked so far, but yeah, you get a few legendary Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, those 3, and then the 3 original starters' final evolutions, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Now the way these levels work is you have a limited amount of time, so it's basically a speed run, like you're trying to clear as many as you can, and then whatever time left over is what's added to your percentage of being able to catch the Pokemon, which are all really hard. I've only completed like 1 and gotten that HP down to 0, and I've only caught 1 on these. So these levels are incredibly hard, so that's why they're called expert. The other types of levels are the special stages. These rotate out. So the first few, since this is the launch of the game, have been Mew, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, which are all incredibly hard to beat. I think it took me maybe 2 weeks to beat Mew and another week and a half to catch it. So it's been really difficult. So the higher level Pokemon are really difficult to fight. There's also simpler ones. There's one where it's a high score level one, where you get the Pokemon based on what your score is at the end of the event. Right now I think it's Charizard Y. It could change by the time this comes out, but currently, as I'm recording this, the prize is Charizard Y. Once again, that one's a timed event, your score reflects your prize, and blah blah blah. There's also daily events where it's just a random Pokemon that gets thrown out at you. You can play it as much as you want and then you catch it. There's also ones that have like a limited time span, like the Meowth and Wobbuffet levels. So the Meowth you play for coins because of Meowth's money aspect to the character, and then the Wobbuffet you can practice on with all of the different moves and then catch it. So there's a lot of different aspects to this game and it's a lot of fun. For a person like me who hasn't been into Pokemon for a really long time but still loves it, it's really fun to play. I haven't played a Pokemon game in, God, who knows how long, but I think the one I last played was Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube. But it is a really nice callback to a lot of that stuff, and for someone who doesn't have any of the consoles to get the new games, this is a really nice alternative. Now, a couple of the drawbacks to this game. With catching Pokemon, it's really kind of difficult because you have a limited amount of coins, and to get more coins you need gems, and gems cost money unless you somehow magically get one within the game. So that is a huge, huge drawback. Because you don't have it, oh well, gotta do the level again, whoopsies. Or you're gonna be spending a lot of money on this game, which for a free app, I don't really like having to spend money on games. But if you really want it, then you're gonna have to pay. And each gem costs basically $1, so if you want to do it a lot, it's gonna add up really, really quickly. So that's the only really big drawback I see. Another thing I really like about this game is its music. It changes depending on what level you are on and what Pokemon are playing, as well as like if the Pokemon is Mega Evolved or not. Now, if you know nothing about Pokemon, everything I'm saying probably just went way over your head. Which I apologize for, but I'm gonna assume people have a basic knowledge of this game and the history of this game, so ta-da, there you go. But I definitely recommend this app. Also, if you have this for the 3DS, right now there's a special thing where if you put in a 3DS code, you get special things within the Pokemon game, and also on the 3DS it's also free, so freeness all around. So I definitely recommend it. You guys should totally check this one out. I enjoy it so much. Like, I've been playing it so addictively lately, it's been ridiculous. But yeah, definitely check it out. Like, it's a lot of fun, it's beautiful, it's really nostalgic, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!